What's up? We back again, episode 7, back from trips, back from birthdays, back from teaching, back from just everything. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing today?
How are you, sir? It's good to see you guys.
It's always a pleasure with listeners. This is the MD 2020 show. This is episode 7. We got another banger, a lot of heat coming this way. We got some special guests, 2 amazing individuals, goofy individuals, amazing. We'll kind of keep that. We'll let y'all kind of wait and think about who that is. But as always, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in and listening. But like Kelly said, it is a pleasure to join in and have talks with my fellow brothers. But as always, check in. Mayberry, man, what's going on? How you been?
Man, I've been pretty good, man. I can't complain. Just had a birthday.
Yeah.
Taurus, baby. So it's been a good week. A lot of love from family and friends, co-workers. So I can't complain.
Can't go wrong with your birthday. What? How old are you? How young are you? I guess so to say.
Yeah. We gonna say how young I am. I just turned 34. Yeah, I'm making it on up there, man. I'm getting on up there in age. Everybody still calls me a young boy, but I'm getting on up there, man.
You joining the party. You're only a year behind me, so we right there with each other.
I'm trying to catch you, man.
There's that level where it becomes you saying how old you are, but now it's how young you are. I'm 30 years young.
And then you get to the point where you don't even want to say it no more. You be like, yeah, don't worry about it.
I think I'm in that age gap.
Yeah, well, Kelly, man, how you been?
But all right, it's been a wild couple weeks. The kids are, done with school and mentally done with school, but they still got 4 weeks left. So trying to wrangle them into being like, hey guys, we still got a lot to do. So just the whole finishing up the first year of school has been a wild ride. So these next 4 weeks are going to be very interesting to see how they go.
Most definitely. You said something that's funny. I do believe that kids' last day was on March 12th. That's when they had ever since right before spring break. They ain't been. It's been crazy around there. But yeah, like you say, 4 weeks.
It's especially hard trying to get the rein them back in after they done took their STAAR test. They feel like it's like, oh yeah, the school year is over. Like no, not yet. We
still got a month to go. You still
I had a kid straight up look at me. He goes, STAAR test. We're done with the STAAR test. I'm done with school. Like I'm checked out. I looked at him. I was like, we've got 5 weeks left, man. Come on.
Got 5 weeks left, bro. Slow that down.
It is funny because like my oldest daughter, she'll be out in about 2 weeks. Some kids I think are out after this Friday. It's just like crazy. So it's always funny because like when the school year started, we were laughing at all those who went back early. We still chilling and they laughing at us. It always, the tables always turn.
Oh yeah.
The sentence I hate the most is y'all are still in school? Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
It's like appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Most definitely.
We love you, DISD.
Yeah. Great decisions. But yeah, man, I mean, for me, as always, we'll talk about it a little bit, but I took a little trip, but I'm back and it's good to be back. But like I say, just hanging in there, trying to knock out these last, like you say, few weeks, but everybody for teachers and we still got a few days after the school year end. When the kids in, and then me, like I said, I think I told on previous shows, I got to go until the end of this month. But we're gonna rock it out. We're gonna be strong. We're gonna make it out here in these streets and these hallways, campuses. So, for everybody that's out here on June 18th, keep hope alive, keep fighting. Be strong out there. We're gonna make it.
We almost there.
Most definitely. Well,
how was your vacation, man?
Well, yeah, man, it was good. I had went to Mexico. Hola. That's all I know. Buenos dias, my friend. I'm out here saying wrong. Yeah, but it was we went to one of our guests. They'll correct me, but I try. It's Playa del Carmen, so it's like an hour away from Cancun. I kept saying Playa because it's spelled Playa, but I'm like Playa del Carmen. But it's like
it's Playa del Carmen.
Yeah, I think
Playa del Carmen.
I'm going there in December, and I've been saying it real wrong for the last like
I
6
think I
months.
was talking to you. I think yeah, we were both on the same thing. We were both saying this, but yeah, it's not Playa. I know for sure. It's like Playa or something like that. But it's like an hour away from Cancun. We flew into Cancun, and then you take like an hour little drive, man, right there in like the Caribbean Sea. It was dope, man. I took it was me, my wife, and my 3 kids. We had it was me and my wife's anniversary on Saturday. Like I said, we talked about it last night, like on the 16th.
Congrats.
15th is our anniversary, and the 16th is her birthday. So it was kind of like a package in one. Yeah. But my wife set it up, man. Back in November, she purchased it, and we just kind of like, so it was like a great deal for all 5 of us. And man, I was worried because it was my son first time flying. It was my daughter 1-year-old first time flying. And I mean, but the thing about that, the flight was perfect. It was just, man, going through customs, and when you're going international like that, is just like, oh, I think what it is when you got kids and all that, it's just crazy. But the trip in itself, man, it was great, man. I can't complain. It was a good time to just get some relaxing and just time away from everything that was going on. So I mean, it was perfect, man.
Who'd y'all fly?
Go ahead. What was that?
Sorry, who'd y'all fly down?
On who did we fly with?
Yeah,
American Airlines.
Okay.
So yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it was dope. American Airlines though, they kind of tripping, man. Their leg rest getting a little smaller. They coming. I thought I was on Spirit for a minute. I said, wait a
minute. Shout out Spirit.
Yeah. Got me for $13, boy, round trip. I turned one time. I rode Spirit. I swear, I saw this soul plane. I was like, this straight
up, man. Spirit be wilding, man.
Yeah, Spirit be charging you for everything. I said Spirit had charged us for water and to breathe. I said, what?
$5 fee.
Yeah.
Shout out to your wife for her birthday, Taurus game.
Yeah,
you know, big shout out. I gotta make sure I throw that in there. Man, I was disappointed because you wasn't here on my birthday. I know you usually get a shout outs over the PA. I was like, man, but yeah, I still got some birthday love, man. So but I was like, man, where my boy DuBois is at, man? He's like the whole week.
Yeah, I had to text you though, man. I had to,
already, man.
A real one birthday, so I had to make sure, even though out of town, in the country, I was like, let me show some love. But I mean,
how real ones do.
Tell us on that, man. How was that birthday? That 34?
Man, it was good, man. Did some things, you know what I'm saying? Made a new car purchase. You know, a lot of people might not know I was in an accident. Somebody hit me a couple of weeks ago, so it was time to make that new purchase. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that the accident, man, and you're gonna have to tell our listeners about that too, man. That was kind of wild what was going on with that wreck. Also.
Yeah, man. Just long story short, man. Somebody sideswiped me on 635 and ended up trying to lie about it. You know, try to say I hit him in the back, but that's why we got insurance. Go get that insurance when you get those vehicles, people. And I think everything happens for a reason, because we come out bigger and better on the other side. So
yeah, I don't even want to put it out there what you got, but you sure did come up bigger and better, boy. I say when I your parking lot looking real, they gonna think teachers getting paid millions of dollars when they see what Mayberry driving.
Hey man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Hey, I'm gonna just say, I'm representing that Beamer family now, so we in the something real quick, got a great deal, nothing major.
Yeah, nothing major. But look, I wish y'all could see how he look and talk about nothing major. But
that's why we audio, baby.
It's a blessing though, man. But
God first, man. Keep God first. So I tell our listeners, man.
Well, Kelly, man, what you been up to? What's been going on with you? And I know you were saying about the kids. We're getting close to. We almost wrapping up another. We're wrapping up another year for me and Mayberry, but your first year, and we got 1 month left, man. How does it feel? Like, and what's your plans as we move closer to that end date?
It's wild. It's wild to think that we're only a month away from being done. It's weird. It's weird to think that I'm not going to be able to see you guys for a month and a half. That's going to be kind of crappy and weird. It's funny though, because everybody, I didn't think about this whenever I first started teaching of, people would be questioning what I'd be doing over the summer, but I've had at least a half dozen to like a dozen people come up to me like, what are you gonna do for like with all that time off? And I'm like, relax. Like, I don't know. I haven't had time to think about it yet. Like, I've been way too busy with everything going on at the school. But I think, I've got some friends who want to go float the river down in Austin. My parents want to go take a trip to the beach, so I might go do that. And honestly, back when the pandemic first started, I had about 4 months off where I worked on the other podcasts that I had basically full time, and I worked out every single day. So I would just do that again, just work out every single day with my brother and just come up here and stay on the laptop and reach out to movie people and trying to get them onto the other podcast and kind of, grind on that as much as I can, and relax and just try to get some downtime. What about y'all?
You said some things that I'm kind of like tuned into and aligned to. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be totally honest in this area. So you said about like working out. So that's what I've been kind of doing this school year. I had to give me a trainer and everything just in regards to like working out and like trying to get in like back in shape. But I'm gonna tell you what really motivated me. I mean, this is like sidebar, like to get back really in the gym, man. I think I came back up to Seagoville. Maybe may not remember this. We came up there for Simmons. Remember her balloon release that we did?
Yeah.
And I seen Mayberry, and I said, Mayberry. He was like, God dang, Mayberry. He was like, he had lost the weight. So I said, I gotta go on and get right. If I wasn't getting right, so I was like, man, I got me a trainer. So I say that to say, like, I've been doing that this year, and I mean, it's been making some improvements, but like Kelly said, man, this summer is just gonna be really focusing on that.
Yeah.
One thing that you will learn, Kelly, I know for me is like no matter what you teach in education, those summers, like you're gonna be like getting on that laptop, but you may be you're gonna find a lot of teaching stuff. Like you're gonna be looking up like how to do better next year and all this. So you'll still be kind of like head first into the instruction piece in education. So I'll still probably be looking up how to do things better in regards to just like leadership and instruction, but I mean, working out and probably take a trip here and there, man. Go see my mom up in Memphis. But I like to, and then I like to just drive anyway. So me and the family might just get up in the ride and go somewhere, Oklahoma to the cabins or something. But this summer is gonna be so short that you got to do one or two things and be right back at it again.
Yeah.
There you go. Mayberry, what about you?
Man, I don't have too much planned. People ask us, all the time, y'all got all that time off. It's like, we got that time off, but it's really more, I look at it, a lot to decompress, because it's a grind, for those 187 days, as far as being in education, especially this year, and it's not the typical 9 to 5. We're up there, what I'm saying, for those 8 hours, but as all teachers know, it goes beyond that, especially when you're coaching, when you're an administrator, when you got side stuff going on, like all three of us do. So a lot of those summers I like to take a lot of that time to decompress and of course work out. And appreciate you for the shout out, man. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of working out in the summertime, especially the past couple summers. It helps me. It helps pass the time, gives me something to do, helps me stay active. You just feel better after you work out. So, like I said, it'd be, I might take a trip or two here, take my new whip somewhere, let us see something, So but we'll see what's up, man. We'll see what's good. We'll see what's up when they get here, man. Especially, seeing a lot of family and friends. That's one thing that I make sure I do, because I don't get to see them as much as I like to throughout the school year. So, definitely throwing that in. But taking that thing day by day, man. Especially with it being a short summer, like how you just said, man.
Most definitely, man. I think, like I say, we're gonna be out and we're gonna be right back in. Which I mean, but that's the road, man. That's why I say education is a call, because like you gotta be taking that call. You gotta be ready for it. By any means necessary. Short months, long months, whatever come with it, you be down for it. But Another thing,
it's time to go.
As we get around this time, man, there's some bringing back some normalcy is these NBA playoffs, man. Like, you know, I love like basketball is my favorite sport. I will say that football is kind of like it's getting up there because football every Sunday is just dope just to sit around and watch some football game. But basketball, these playoff time, that's what makes like me love basketball so much because it's playoff time.
Yes.
And I want to ask you all. I mean, I know y'all probably been keeping up with it, but with like these play-in games that they did this year, with do y'all like it or love it or hate it or how y'all feel about that?
I'll say this. At first, I was skeptical about it, and then LeBron came out with his comments about it. And like I say, Golden State just got knocked out. Was that last night? So I do like the aspect of it being more competitive. You got to bring your A game on a more consistent basis, especially, towards the season. You got to play better to be one of those top 6 seeds, throughout the regular season. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in a position to be in the playoff game and then, being a 7 to 8 seed, having to lose 2 games and, being an 8th and 9th, being a 9th or 10th seed and having to not lose a game. I was skeptical about it at first, but, after actually watching it play out, Memphis, got in like that, and I think it breeds more competition, man. So, I was on the fence about it, but I kind of like it. It's not bad. It's a good way to start the playoffs.
Most definitely, Kelly.
What about you?
I really like it. It was one of those things where you didn't think about it really earlier in the season because it was like, okay, like nobody's really in danger of it yet. But as the season kind of got to that 3/4 of the way through mark, and I, as like a Mavs fan, started to think like, oh my God, like we might have to be in this play-in tournament. Like if we lose, if we're that 9th, 10th seed, if we lose one game, we're done. Or if we're that 7, 8 seed, if we just like have 2 really bad games, we're completely out. Like that started to really scare me as like a Mavericks fan. It was like, okay, that put some urgency on. We got to win these games to get up to 5 or 6. And we did, like we got up to 5. And I think that play-in tournament kind of put a fire under our butts a little bit in some of those games and got us up there. That's from like a Mavs standpoint. From a just NBA standpoint, that Lakers-Warriors game Wednesday night, like my brother, he's not a huge like NBA fan. He likes the Mavs. He'll watch the playoffs. But he was like, oh, hey, are we watching that Lakers-Warriors game tonight? Because he knew that was going to be like a really good game. So it has that interest to get, those kind of not sideline fans, but not the hardcore NBA fans to come in and watch. And, it gives the opportunity to a team like Memphis, who's young and has some talent and who can go up and, win 2 games in a row and get into the playoffs. And so, I think it does breed more competition and it makes it a whole lot more interesting.
Yeah, most definitely. I was like, I agree with both of y'all. I was kind of like Mayberry in the beginning. I really didn't know. I was like, I don't know about it. I think it should keep. I like just like certain things just to be the same. Every 1 through 8 getting in, but then kind of I was like, you know what? If I'm a 9th or 10th seed and I'm only like a game or 2 was out of like games back from the 8th, give me an opportunity to get in there. So I do like that. And then, but I'll be honest, I didn't know. I really liked it on Wednesday. I mean, like when I was in Mexico, actually, I looked up something online, and I didn't know that like if the 7th, the winner out of the 7th and 8th seed, if they lost, they're not just out.
Yeah.
They play like, and I like that, like and if the 9th or 10th seed lose, they're automatically out. But I did like how they set that up, like. If the 7 to 8 loses, they still get to play, have a chance to get the 8 seed. So I like that. So, I mean, it was dope, man. And that, like you said, that Warriors game, even the game last night, Warriors in Memphis, that was just a good game. So it's like that game 7 type of environment every game, which I really love, man. Being a Lakers fan, but really, truly being a LeBron James fan in this era, I was happy to see the Lakers win and LeBron, but my boy LeBron, we're going to have to talk about him for a minute, man. But what's up, man?
I was just going to say, I tell you where it really comes into play. I remember about, what was that, maybe 2 years ago, before the bubble, the Denver Nuggets, I want to say it was a couple teams, fighting for that 7th, 8th, 9th, and that 7th and 8th spot, but they were all had 40 wins. You know what I'm saying? Like we had teams in the 9th and 10th spot with 40 wins. So it's like y'all are just as good. You know what I'm saying? And those losses that come, it could be your best players out that night. Especially with the way an 82-game season works. So when I put all of those things in the context, it's like, okay, I don't dislike it. It's not bad. And but yeah, I boy LeBron.
Man, I like I say, LeBron James to me is the GOAT. Like you can't. I mean, we can debate that.
Yeah.
To me, like it's just overall, like just the GOAT, just overall as a player. That's for me. And I mean, we can have that debate on another episode, and I will debate.
Yeah.
I got my notes.
We'll have to debate
that. My eye. I'm seeing 3 rims.
That's what I'm talking about right there, though. Like my cousin who he talking about, man, to you, he basically feels like LeBron can do no wrong. But no, I think when you're a fan of something, you mostly criticize these players more than sometimes haters do. But what LeBron did when he got poked in that eye, I said, yeah, he needs to win an Oscar because that was ridiculous, man. Like I was like, it was the camera angles too. Like one time he was laying on the floor, like he was laying on the floor and had the angle coming down. I'm like, is he shot? Like, did he die? Like, what's going on? Like, he told me
I had to sell it, man.
I'm like, I can't see. And then he hit the shot and he just kept, I can't see. I'm like, oh my goodness, man.
I dropped to his eye on the sideline and like, I was like, he's totally fine. He's absolutely fine. And then he's like blinking a ton, and then he steps up to like take the free throw and just sinks it. And I was like, stop.
Like LeBron, which I mean, sometimes LeBron, but we do this as human beings. Like what he did, I think when even before he got to the free throw line, he's saying like, I can't see. So if he misses it, that's his excuse.
He got a reason.
If he makes them, he's like, look how great he is. So it's like I told my cousin it was like a no-lose situation in that regard.
Yeah.
If he was to lose that game, he's gonna go to that press conference like, look, man, my eye was messed up, and it's like
I couldn't see.
Yeah,
I couldn't see nothing.
I was laughing, man, because like it was funny, man. But I was happy that they won. I was happy that, and I feel like if we talk about just future, we may talk about this next time we record because we'll have more of a few games have started. But I think, man, the Lakers are in a good spot to really get to the, at least most definitely get to the Western Conference Finals because I mean, I think they match up well against Phoenix if they get back clicking. Like if LeBron and AD was kind of off last game, but if we can get back clicking, I think they can match up well with Phoenix. Phoenix is good though, don't get me wrong. But I think if they beat Phoenix, then they play the winners out of Utah and Denver, I believe.
I think so.
Utah and Utah's playing Memphis.
But I'm saying I think they play the win. Oh, okay, yeah. So I gotta look. I think it's the winner, one of those winners. But they don't match up with the Clippers until if they met in the Western Conference Finals or something like that. Yeah. So I think that we'll see, man. We'll see.
Hey, it's okay. Yeah. We're gonna beat the Clippers in like 6. And we'll see you guys down the road. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know about the Mavericks, man. I don't know anything. I don't know about anything that has Dallas written on it. It's really...
Okay, Luka Doncic is just going to go post like a triple-double in every game, and KP is going to like hurt his pinky finger and be out games 2.
I was about to say, yeah, he's going to be hurt. He's going to be hurt. Something's going to happen to him.
You want to talk about annoying?
You talk Porzingis?
Porzingis, yeah. You want to talk about basketball players that absolutely annoy the you know what out of me? It's Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, I can imagine that one.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because I don't want to go off too far on this, but like AD and LeBron had like legit injuries all year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what was up with AD this season, with Anthony Davis this season?
I mean,
well, AD is always hurt though.
Yeah.
He's been doing that. He's been doing that since even his days before the Lakers. Like that's been.
Yeah, he's fragile.
Yeah. So fun times.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. When if Dallas was to win the championship, we'll be waking up from a dream. We'll be waking up from a dream because that ain't gonna happen.
Exactly.
We'll see that though, man. But I mean, I think it's enough. It's enough time for the listeners listen to us. They listen to us every week. I think it's time to bring in those special individuals that we got today.
Special ladies.
And my daughter, she's ready for them also. So when we go,
I think your daughter's the special guest today.
Yeah. We got two amazing individuals that represent the Seagoville Middle School, staff, our team, to get the dream, they build our culture and make it positive. They really, to be honest, I don't know if y'all can agree, they really keep that school running, man. Y'all don't understand.
Really,
yeah.
They are the first point of contact. They are the first point of contact for most parents, which I know, can be a task in itself, and they help me out every day. I appreciate them so much, but I tell y'all that all the time.
So without further ado, welcome to the MD 2020 show. Our front office amazing ladies, Mrs. Jocelyn and Kimberly. How y'all doing?
Hi, how are you? Hi, how's it going? Thanks for having us.
Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Well, Kimberly, Jocelyn, are y'all just waking up? Well, Kimberly, are you just waking up?
Kimberly sound like she's just waking up.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe, kind of.
Yeah, well, we glad that y'all here. We glad that y'all are joining in, and we can get a little bit of more information about you all, and just kind of hear from you all about y'all experience here at the school, but y'all life. So it's a pleasure to have y'all. But first of all, Kimberly, did I say Playa del Carmen right? Did I say it right?
Kind of. It's Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen. Okay, I guess I got a smile when I say it. Playa del Carmen. Well, look, Jocelyn, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Just here, Houston.
Houston, Texas.
Oh, yes.
You gotta represent Houston. What part of Houston are you in?
Don't get me started. No.
What part of Houston are you in?
I don't even know, honestly. I just know I'm in Houston, Texas. That's all.
I'm here. I'm in Houston.
I just know I'm in Houston. I saw a sign.
Yeah, Houston is so big. Like, do you ever? I got family in Houston. I don't never know where I'm at. They be like east side, west side. I be like, look, meet me at this exit, and that's where
Houston is huge, man.
I've got family in Houston, and I always have to ask my parents. I'll be like, "What part of Houston they're in?" And they'll tell me. Like a week later, I'll be like, "What city is it in?" Because I never.
Yeah. That's how it is.
Well, hey, ladies, let's get started. So we know that y'all are amazing front office clerks.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of school, like when y'all getting off, because I know when y'all get off, and I see how y'all run to those cars and
not even.
They be dipping off.
I know, out of there. So who is Kimberly and who is Jocelyn outside of the Seagoville building? So Kimberly, who are you?
I really don't know. I'm just Kimberly. Outside of work, recently I started going to the gym. Me and Jocelyn have started going to the gym. I really like that. I do go in the mornings now because it's a lot easier, and I feel I have a great day when I go in the morning. What else? I like to shop.
Where you from?
I'm here from Dallas. Born and raised.
From Dallas. Born and raised. What part of Dallas are you from?
All over the place. I've lived everywhere, honestly.
Oh, nice.
But I currently live in Mesquite, though.
Okay.
Oh, that's what's up. Shout out Mesquite. I stay close to Mesquite too. It's nice place.
Yes.
Well, Kimberly, as you know, Kimberly is me and her. We built our relationship has gotten better because in the beginning it was rough patches. I was like,
what?
You used to go in on me. So
what?
Yeah, you did, but we worked it out. We ain't gonna talk about the past. It's all about the
future. It's all about the future.
Yeah, but Jocelyn, who is Jocelyn? Where are you from? Tell us a little bit about where you stay at and where and just a little bit about you. You don't got to give everybody too much. Don't give them your socials and all that out. But who is
Jocelyn? My God. Well, besides being Mr. Mayberry's favorite person in the front office to make his coffee,
You know,
yes.
Usually, I do quite a few stuff, or I have a few hobbies that I really like to do. As you know, my socials kind of got out there a little bit, but I love definitely doing makeup. I know that that's something that not a lot of people know that I do. But that's kind of the little side job that I have going on here and there sometimes when I get booked. Definitely, as soon as I run out those doors from the school and I'm ready to go home, I definitely piggyback right on Kimberly's. Usually would be going to the gym. I go to school, so that's another thing that I do have to do right after. Parents are from Matamoros. I was born and raised here in Dallas. But yeah, that's pretty much a little bit about me.
So you guys both said, you know, working out is something that you guys have gotten into lately. For like DuBois and all of us, we've been kind of like we're kind of feeding off each other. What was kind of the catalyst for y'all to start going to the gym or working out?
Yeah, so my boyfriend, he's actually he goes to the gym a lot, and he started off by, helping me out, and eventually as soon as I started going, that kind of helped out. And then I told Kimberly, I was like, hey, we should start going to the gym together, and we definitely ended up liking it. That's just became part of our routine as soon as we leave work. She started going in the mornings like she mentioned earlier, but I go in the afternoons. But that's pretty much where it all started, honestly.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like I said, I was one day somebody came to me and showed me a photo, and they said, "Who is this?" I said, "I don't know who that is." I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, then they showed me like the before, like as this person was doing the makeup, and I was like, "Is that Jocelyn?" She does a great job. I don't know. Like I say, maybe if she wants us to, we can share out her social media. Maybe, I don't know. I would probably say no, because these kids these days, they get on there and they get a little crazy. Yeah. So, but yeah. I mean, it's great, man. It's to really like get to know these two individuals over the time, like me coming back to and how they started, because y'all didn't start in the beginning of the year, but y'all came in on fire, and I'm talking about like day one to this. Mm-hmm. I have nothing but amazing things to say about you too, but we'll keep the show going. We want to find out a little bit more about you all.
So what's kind of the experience been like on the working side of the school, different than going to school, being a student? Kind of what's the difference been for y'all?
It's definitely different. I can say that. I remember when I was a student, like I would always be scared of the staff, like administrators. Like I could not have imagined going up there asking a question. I would just have to figure it out on my own. Mm-hmm. And now being on the staff side, like it's a lot. It's not. Maybe it's just because we created a good environment. All you guys are great, people, and I feel like students now aren't really scared to go up there and ask for help, ask for questions, and I think it's really cool that I'm part of that. But
nice.
Most definitely. It's funny that you say that, because now kids, they come up to y'all and us and they be like, "Y'all got food? They ask for food, money."
Yes.
Yeah. They're too comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
That says a lot about y'all. But what about you? But also, for our listeners, y'all went to Seagoville Middle.
Yes. Yeah. We actually met in middle school in 7th grade.
Y'all have known each other for a while. Oh, yes. Okay.
Most definitely. Jocelyn, how's it been for you on this side now?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna piggyback on what Kimberly said. I would consider myself a very innocent child when I was in middle school, and I'm gonna use the word scared because I was very scared of the staff, and it's crazy because that staff that I was scared of, I currently actually work with right now. So it's very ironic how I work aside with them now, and I'm just like, this was just all in my head, but it's great. I really love working with everybody. I came in wanting to definitely change that environment and making sure that the students have a friendly front desk, because at the end of the day, that's where their parents are going to come. That's where all the the students are going to be coming in case they need any help. So it's been great. It's been great going from, a student and coming back as an employee at Seagoville Middle School. And it just has a little meaning towards Kimberly and I's relationship as well, because like she mentioned, that's where, we met and we became just best friends from there.
Yeah, that's look at this, a true friendship story starting in
math. No, that is amazing. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
working together next to each other. It's look at this friendship that y'all have built and just keep.
Okay.
Well, look, let me ask you all this, because one thing I know that y'all was saying, y'all work with some amazing people. I.e. myself. I know you're only talking about me.
Okay, yeah.
You don't have to. I know that's who you were talking about. But let me ask you. So, being front office, like clerks, and this school year, kind of being like you said, y'all are the frontline people. How has it been like with the COVID protocols? Like, were you a little nervous? Like when you knew you were getting this job or maybe even interviewing, like, were you nervous about like the COVID? Because y'all gonna see the most people probably other than teachers seeing their students. Y'all are seeing guests, y'all are seeing students, y'all are seeing parents. Like how do y'all feel about, or how did you feel about like the things in regards to COVID this year?
Let me just say that we love our Clorox wipes and our
Lysol.
Our Lysol
ones.
Definitely, we see at least more than 100 people walk into that office every single day. So it's something that the most that we can do is just try to keep that 6 feet away and making sure everybody has their masks on. We try to just stay on top of it. Like I mentioned, I'm not lying, when we do love those Lysols and the Clorox wipes, we're always on top of it every single time, because we just have so many people coming in at once. I do feel like it impacted everybody differently. So, I mean, we just try to keep it as safe as possible. We can't prevent everything, but we try.
Yeah. I got a question for y'all. Do y'all have any crazy front desk stories? Any y'all got any that y'all can share? Y'all got any y'all can share for the podcast?
Let me just say
podcast appropriate.
I was like, what's up?
I'm trying to figure out how to like
tread lightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make up fake names, and if
that's funny.
This.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, anywhere you work where you have to, have customer service. I mean, my previous job, it was the same thing, and I had to deal with a lot of things. So it's nothing new for me at all. But you get those little upset parents sometimes, and you just have to kill them with kindness. That's pretty much all we can do.
I would say that not necessarily as crazy, but I do want to bring up some of our students that I never imagined how much they really love being at the office. So I think it's crazy to me how you build such relationships with students, and believe it or not, we're still very young. We're only about 7 years apart from these middle schoolers, which is crazy. We consider one of the students there our little intern, and it's so funny because she does so much, but she has this sass, this attitude all the time.
Oh yes.
It's just crazy that we can build so much relationship with students, with the staff, and with everybody in the front office.
I low-key get sad. Sorry. I low-key get sad because she's going to high school next year.
Yeah, she's
like in Beaver.
Go ahead, Kelly.
This is gonna be so like a weird way to describe this. Does she have blonde hair?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay. I know who it is. Like always in there, and I'm like, I think she's helping, or like she just wants to be up here. But yeah, I think we all know who you're talking about.
If we all talking about the same person, I feel like she's like on the payroll. at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
I already told her
Yes.
you're writing her recommendation letter for next year.
Yes. She likes to talk back. That's gonna go on her recommendation.
Oh yeah.
Y'all training her well. I see that. I see. That's all I get from Miss Kimberly is just like, hey, Kimberly, can you do? Why do I have to do this? Like,
Oh yes, exactly.
Yes.
I really believe like that. That is amazing. Like the fact that y'all are building those type of relationships, and like it basically goes to the fact that you don't have to be a teacher to make an impact in these students' lives. Like I remember when I was in high school, I had a good relationship with one of our custodians, a guy. So it was just like the fact that you don't have to be a teacher and make these relationships and having these positive rapport with these students is amazing that y'all are doing that. And I know it's just not only her, it's other ones that love to be up there too. So like I say, it just goes to how great you two are. So, and I know I just kind of just keep bringing on the sugar. So y'all gonna have to pay me after all this.
Okay, I'll buy you grips.
Yeah,
let's not go there.
She know me so well.
I won't forget you. I won't forget you.
Knows me so well after the one time when y'all didn't get me grips when y'all went, and so, but you know me so well. But let's get away from like school real quick, and let's jump into some things that are like I'm gonna ask you like some quick questions, and all I need like is just quick answers. All right? Are we down?
Right.
Yes.
Is it burgers or tacos?
Burgers.
Tacos.
Okay, tacos.
Okay.
Is it Mayberry or DuBois?
Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that.
I'm not gonna fall for that one.
I was about to say, ladies, remember, I come up there and I like grits too. Just so y'all know, I ain't want to say nothing. I like grits too, and I come up there and compliment y'all every morning. So just you got my room number. Just shoot me that little. Hey, maybe your food's here. All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
If they don't forget, because they will forget about you quick. My last one is, I'm gonna just real quick. My last one is you like? Is it? I guess, and it's more for like Jocelyn, because I know she travels a lot. Is it flying or driving?
Flying.
Driving. I'm used to driving. I've never flown anywhere.
You never flown?
I'm leaving to Mexico. Yeah, I'm flying.
You're flying there. Where you going? Kimberly, you going to Mexico, you said?
Yeah, I'm just going to Mexico with some family. I haven't seen them in like 2 years. So
okay. That's what's up. When you going out there?
I leave July 12th. And we'll come back August 1st.
Oh, you're gonna be out there.
Oh yes.
Oh, nice.
Well, piggybacking off of that, I mean, what are you guys' plans for summer break? We got Kimberly going to Mexico for 2 or 3 weeks. I can't do math. I'm awful at that. But other than that, Kimberly, what else are you going to be up to? And Jocelyn, what are you going to be in Houston all summer, or are you going to spend more time in Dallas?
Well, it's looking like I will be taking summer classes for college, so I will be focusing on that a little bit. But I do plan on spending maybe a couple weeks here in Houston, and then just going back and forth from Dallas to Houston.
I have another trip right after school ends. Yes, I leave on the 28th, and I come back July 1st or 2nd, and then the next week I fly to Mexico. So
you doing it this summer?
No.
Oh yeah.
I'm jealous.
No, big traveling over here. I'm over here. I can only do 1 trip a year. She's taking 2 of the month.
Mayberry, we'll go on a trip somewhere together. We'll road trip.
Thank you. I was waiting on somebody to invite me to somewhere, man.
Come to Austin with us. We'll go to Austin together.
Now the thing is, Mayberry, is basically when you get 34 and older, they don't invite you nowhere no more, man.
You gotta just start speaking up, huh? Yeah, hey, can I go?
Now you just gotta show up. You just gotta just say, hey.
I heard you're gonna be here.
A pro tip for our listeners.
Well, ladies, let me ask y'all this, because like you said, y'all met, y'all have this one female student that y'all talking about, and I know it's others. And there's 2 ladies, like strong ladies, who are running that front office. Like, what advice could you give, especially to our middle schoolers, and any other listeners, like ladies that are like listening to this as they're growing up, to like what advice, like positive advice, can you give them? Y'all are basically speaking directly to individuals that y'all are, that kind of mirror you all there at the same school, same neighborhood, probably going to go to the same high school. Like what advice can you give to them that either maybe you have learned or something that worked, that helped you out as you went through your education career?
I would have to say, I know it may be like corny, but like focus in school, because it's gonna, you tend, like me, I would get distracted sometimes and it would affect my grades, but I was able to get back on it. But I would just say focus in school. Boys are not that cool. They're really not.
Say it again.
Be kind to each other, because us as girls, like we tend to be mean to each other, and that really, like, it sucks. Mm-hmm. Just be nice to each other, and focus in school and not on boys.
Nice. That's an important message.
I truly do believe, I'm gonna be corny as well, following your dreams on it. I did a lot throughout my high school and middle school life where I just couldn't stay still. Like, I needed to be doing something. I did a few things like barbering, makeup, and just a couple things like that kept me busy to try to find what it is I wanted to do with my life. So I do feel like being focused and just doing what you need to do in school is fairly important. That's a huge advice that can just go to anybody, whether you're a girl or a boy. But definitely treating yourself with kindness. Society nowadays can be very difficult. There's a lot going on now that I just do feel like it's just super important to stay focused, for sure.
Yes, definitely. I love that. So, I know y'all just started, like this is y'all's first year in education, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Is the education field something that y'all see yourself in long term?
It's crazy.
Definitely.
Because I never considered it. It was nothing that I was considering up until I started working here. I noticed how many opportunities there are in the district itself, that I do feel like I see myself in the educational side of it in the long term.
Well, it's crazy because my major is hospitality management.
Oh,
and so it's like completely different from the educational field.
Mm-hmm.
But I was presented with this opportunity, and I'm so glad I took it. Like, it's so different. I don't plan on leaving. I want to stay, in a district or maybe different districts. You never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Jocelyn said, like there's so many opportunities. Like you don't, because I always looked at like being a teacher for me personally is just not my thing. But now working in the educational field, there's so many other positions that you can do, and I love it.
Yes. Nice. What do you ladies study in college?
I do general business, so I'm more in the just business side of it, for sure.
Okay.
Mine's
And then you
hospitality.
said hospitality. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So y'all ladies getting them educations.
Yes.
Yes.
We're already gonna graduate next year.
Oh wow! Oh y'all are almost done.
Yes, we're on a 4-year plan.
Big ups. I love that.
So basically what I'm hearing from y'all two is the reason why the school is so great is because of DuBois. That's basically what I'm hearing.
Oh, God. All right.
So back to that question, DuBois or Mayberry?
Mayberry.
Still not answering.
Let me say this before, I know as we kind of winding down. I do want to. I gotta bring some laughter to this conversation, and I want to talk about. And Kimberly knows what this is. Kimberly and Jocelyn, sometimes they'll stop by my office and they're leaving. Kind of like, I just be like, hey, how y'all doing today? And particularly this one day, Kimberly, I don't know, Kimberly, do you remember what has it come back to you yet?
No.
Kimberly was in my office, her and Jocelyn, we were talking, and she's like, she had something to say. And I'm like looking at her face, and like she was ready to say it. I'm like, Kimberly, go ahead, what you got to say? And she was ready. As soon as it came, I wish y'all could see my face. It was just like, I forgot. And I was like, I'm just sitting there like, that happens. Like most people, we do forget. Like in the morning, it'll come back to you. So we start talking again. Kimberly raises her hand like she was a student. Like, and I'm like,
oh Lord,
like, Kimberly, go ahead.
They
like,
weren't letting me talk.
I let her come. I was like, Kimberly, go ahead, speak up. Well, I was, God dang, I forgot again. I'm like, and it just kept going on, and she could not remember. It was like it was there, but then it would go away. It was there, and then it go away. And she probably, like she said, she still doesn't remember what she. But it was.
I know.
Like,
oh no.
Yeah, those two, y'all two are. I mean, y'all, like I said, y'all are some two individuals that I really enjoyed in that front office. All the hard work, all the laughs. As we kind of wrapping this up, I want to if it's, we got two questions for you left. We're going to do y'all shout outs. We got to get y'all shout outs. But my last question would be is, like I say, with everything that's like going on in the world today, we got COVID. You see some of the issues that our kids are going through when they come into our office, and I know you kind of gave them some advice already, but just like what can you leave our listeners with? Like, I know you said go to school, do the best that you can, but like just a last little piece of advice as we're wrapping this up. Like, what would you just kind of wrap it up with your experience with seeing students, seeing parents, being in education, your experience? Like, what would you leave? What do you want to leave our listeners with?
I would say find something or somebody that inspires you or motivates you. I feel like that's one of the biggest things that you could do to not necessarily follow the same steps, because anything could happen along the road, but just finding something or somebody that will inspire you and motivate you to get to your goals.
Love it.
I feel like nowadays, like Jocelyn had mentioned earlier, social media is such a big thing now. And I feel like this is specifically for girls for the most part, but don't compare yourself to people on social media, because they portray one thing and that's not really how it is. You be you, stay true to yourself, and just don't compare yourself.
Well, Kimberly, you thought about that? What?
That was awesome. I love it.
That was good, because I mean, me and my experience, that's what I see. Like, social media is kind of like the catalyst for a lot of the issues and problems that the students come in my office with. Like it kind of boils down to like, well, they said this about me. I'm like, what they say that to you at on social media? And I'm like, oh Lord, like, or like this happened on social media, or like they did this. I'm like, yeah, this social media it's been positive in certain ways, but I mean, anything that can be good, that can be used for good, also can be used for bad. So I mean, I think that is a great message, not only from Kimberly but from Jocelyn as well. So, the time together, everything has to come to an end, but we really enjoyed you all. We really appreciate you all taking this time out to kind of speak with us, let our listeners get to know who you all are. But we got to end this moment with those shout outs. So, who y'all shouting out?
I'm shouting out. You said we can do more than one person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I definitely have to say my favorite intern, which is my Candace. We call her Candy. And Miss Servin. I love Miss Servin.
Nice.
And Miss Romero. Miss Romero.
Yeah, Miss Romero.
Nice.
Yeah, Miss most definitely.
Yeah, Miss Romero's awesome.
Another amazing clerk, but yeah, Miss Romero.
Yes.
I want to shout out Mr. Bolin. He has definitely been a huge impact. I feel like here in school, we see him around here and there, but he never fails to come in and say hi to us. He's been super helpful with any question that I do have for my future career. Anything that I have, like regardless of it being, hey, what position does this do in the district? He's been super helpful. he was a principal when I was in school, so I never saw him that way that I see him now. So I definitely want to give him a huge shout out for being super helpful and always being there for us when we need him.
Nice. Yeah, Mr. Bowling's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that's some amazing shout outs. Serving, Romero, Mr. Bowling. That's good. Look, ladies, we're gonna have to have y'all back one day.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
We want to be back.
We should do these like in person with little mics.
Yeah, most definitely. That's with hopefully with everything with COVID to get over with, we can. We did one episode.
Yeah,
that was cool and
it was fun.
That's how we started out.
So we most definitely gonna come back to that in person so we can sit down and really have those moments of face to face. But in that meantime, we really appreciate you all. I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all, y'all Saturday in Houston and Kimberly.
Yeah, H-Town.
Y'all have fun. Thank y'all for being on the MD 2020 show. It was amazing.
Thank
you, ladies. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all so much.
Thank you. We might just have a battle of the broadcast because I think Kim and I are just gonna start one too.
Yeah, we love it so much. Y'all are gonna be our guests.
Yeah,
we starting a trend, baby. We starting a trend. Everybody want one now.
All right. Thank you so much. It was really fun talking to you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Monday.
See you Monday.
Right. Bye, guys.
Y'all enjoy y'all weekends, ladies. See y'all Monday.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Well, man, fellas, as always, another amazing interview guest with these.
Yes.
Say that was fun, man. To see those two, like I say, from day one when they first started, and I'm talking about like Jocelyn coming in and she just straight. She was like, "Where's the radio?" Like, and I need a radio. Yeah. and Kimberly coming
in. To work.
Yeah, Kimberly most definitely doing the same thing. Those two are amazing, man. Those are like in a battle. Those are those front liners that's going out there really putting it all on the line for us.
Mm-hmm.
So we appreciate them and made our show better. So how y'all feel about it?
No, that was good. Kind of getting to hear more about them and what they kind of go through at the front. And, it's really kind of funny to hear them talk about the Lysol wipes and wanting to, having to deal with that. Because I've always like walked in there and there's like, especially during like STAAR, there was like 15 people in there. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm going to get out of here. Like, really handle that and have that under control. It's really cool to hear more background on that.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's because like you say, they're the first line of defense for us, a lot of the parents, they come in, they come in with attitudes and they're mad at a teacher that's on the second floor in the back hallway, but they're taking it out on the front desk people and anybody that they can get their eyes on. So, I know that it takes a lot to work in their front office, and I think they handle it with poise and class on a consistent basis. So, those ladies are awesome. Yeah, and they always do everything. They take care of everything I need to take care of. So I ain't got no complaints.
You ain't got no complaints. Look at you. Sometimes I need them. You be up there. You hey, y'all do this for me.
Man. Hey man, I ain't gonna bite the hand to feed me.
Yeah, most definitely, man. They are amazing. Like you said, they handle everything with class. I can't complain because they like Kelly said that during that STAAR test, man, those ladies and us, we didn't even know how crazy it was gonna be with the pickup, man. But I'm talking about we created a plan and they came implemented. They put it. They were ready, like what you need us to do, and we got to handle. And everything doesn't work out to perfection, but man, they make it look easy. So
exactly.
Most definitely around it, but more. I think that their calling is more than just at their front office. They need to be running a school, like office, something bigger, because they are amazing. They are the definition of customer service. So
yeah, on their way.
2020 show, but fellas, as we done talked about a lot today. Our trips, international trips, birthdays. Kelly wrapping up his first year. My daughter she talking back here, and you had a great interview and everything like that, but we gotta almost wrap this up. But fellas, what's y'all plans for as we're wrapping up this year? I know we talked about like traveling, but like as we in this episode here, and probably the next time we'll meet will probably be like a week or two before the end of school. Like, what is your plan, Kelly? Like as a teacher, what are you doing Monday in the classroom?
So Monday, we are going to start in on broadcast journalism. So there's a huge difference in the way that you write, news for just paper and something that would be put out, a day later versus something that you're reading live on air. So we're going to be talking about the differences in writing on that. So just kind of hopping in on that on Monday with the kids. And it was really funny when I first started to tell them about that. They're like, well, what's broadcast journalism? I'm like, news on the TV. And I swear to God, at least 5 kids just go, oh God, and like walked out of the room. I was like, sweet, awesome. So that's what we're focusing on these last couple weeks, and just getting them ready to kind of get out for the rest of the year.
Cool. What about you, Mayberry?
Oh, well, currently we're implementing some tutorials and different tactics, trying to get these kids' grades up to get them good and ready to go to the 9th grade. So really just kind of focusing on that, making sure that everybody's passing, all of my special education students and all of our students in general, but just putting more effort and intent on getting kids on my caseload, making sure that they're good to go and ready to transition to the next grade when that time is right. So like you say, we know, everybody says, at the STAAR test, y'all ain't doing nothing, but we know, the job never stops, so we're not done to the 21st.
Yeah, most definitely. And the same here for me. I think being on this side, not in the classroom, really just trying to plan celebrations, man. I think the kids really deserve an end of the year. So, we got 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade activities. 8th graders got their prom and all that.
Yep.
So, my student of the month, that's kind of one thing that we handle in our office, and I want to, plan out celebration. I want to just end the year off on something positive and something for them to remember. So, like you say, the heart and the work doesn't stop, and that's what we'll be doing. So it's about that time, though. Kelly, Mayberry, some shout outs, man. Some shout outs. So I'm gonna go first today. I'm because I got mine ready to go. And today I'm gonna just do one. So my shout out is somebody that it's always somebody that's name pops up on the show. It's Miss Romero. She is clerk in the dean of students office, and she holds it down as well. She came in, kind of late in the year, but she's kind of caught on, and she handles our student of the month. She handles those password resets. So when y'all teachers sending them kids down like they password messed up, either I'm changing, but Miss Romero holding it down. Hard worker. I really appreciate her. So I'm gonna shout out Miss Romero as one of our other clerks. She's not so much in the front office because she's over there with me, but you will see her in the front office recently more often. But she's amazing. So shout out to Miss Romero. Nice. Kelly.
Yeah, so I've got a couple today, and this was one of those ones where I thought about it a couple weeks ago when we were doing STAAR testing. I'm just going to be shouting out people who absolutely made me or helped me not go crazy or lose my mind because I did not know. I was freaking out when I walked into that room to start the math test. And, Mrs. Aiken helped me out and really kind of guided me through everything. Mrs. Pounders the next day, Mrs. Hinchin, Mrs. Moppin. But most of all, the one person who helped me with that math test that first day, who, walked me through everything, who made sure that we were doing exactly what we needed to, was Mrs. Patterson, who's also out there in the portables with me. She was amazing. She came in and checked on me multiple times. And if she had not been there, I would have been a mess. So she was a huge help, and that meant a lot. And so I just really wanted to make sure that I made sure she knew how much that meant to me.
Most definitely, man. That's what teamwork.
Nice.
That's the definition of teamwork, checking in, supporting. Yeah. That's what it's about, man. So I appreciate you, with all those shout outs out. That's well deserving of each and every one of those individuals. So appreciate that. Mayberry.
Most definitely. I'm gonna keep it in the same realm. I'm gonna shout out a couple of our coworkers who really helped me when I had my accident. Miss Aiken, who was one of the ones that just so happened to be on the scene. And she's a rider. I'm not gonna put everything out there, but Miss Aiken is a real one. Miss Govan, she was there for me to take me to go pick up my rental when I needed it. And then Zachary Collins. He was able to bring me to work one day. So big ups to those 3 people. For me, and then to Miss Moffin, who was also able to work with me with some things, to help me out as far as getting everything situated. So, big ups to those people. Of course, we all got family out here. Well, I got family out here, but whenever you have coworkers and teammates who can, step in and lend a helping hand, it's always greatly appreciated. So I appreciate those people for that, man. Big shout out to y'all.
Oh, definitely, man. That's what it's also about. People who care, who they're.
Yes.
They don't always have to be family, man, but that's what's up, man. So, look, fellas, episode 7, it's a wrap. We got.
Hey, man, we're getting kind of good at this.
Man, I think they Dr. Martinez, they need to pay us for this, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it's a joy. I think getting paid just to holler at y'all and just sit down with great people and just have conversations. But as always, to all our listeners, if you listen to this, I'm asking for a challenge. I need you to take that YouTube link and share it with 3 people. And tell them to share it with 3 people and just kind of like, get it out here. We got, Kelly said, and for probably this, we got one more episode this school year, and it's going to be an amazing one. We got great plans for that one. So, we really appreciate you all to listen to this one and listen to the previous ones and the future ones. And we thank you all, like I say, as always, and a big shout out as always to our sister station out there, podcast, Paulo, Weatherspoon, the KNG, chatting with them. Paulo, who had a baby, I talked to her yesterday. She's coming back soon to the campus, so y'all probably be getting an episode from them really, really soon.
Miss you, Paulo.
Yeah, most definitely, and also Weatherspoon with the girls, man, with basketball girls. Big congratulations to them. Also. Diggerville doing big things, man. But everything must come to an end. We appreciate y'all listening. We appreciate our guests, Miss Kimberly and Miss Jocelyn, the front office staff workers. I gotta when you gotta me coming from Mexico, it's Jocelyn and Miss
Jocelyn.
I guess I said more Italian. But look, man, Kelly, Mayberry, as always, man, y'all my shout-outs every day, man. Y'all some cool dudes, man. I appreciate y'all, man. But until next time, man, with episode 8, when we'll be back, we'll see y'all in. But, y'all fellas be safe. Everybody be safe out there.
Y'all be safe, man. Y'all have a great weekend, fellas.
Already.